According to the Associated Press, Trump administration officials are sending babies as well as small children to what are called tender age shelters.
It's not clear how, when, or if families that are currently separated will in fact be reunited.
When will they be by their parents' side again?
Welcome to America, kids. Land of the free. It's a good thing Trump signed an executive order to bring an end to the very family separation policy his administration created. But this is the same guy who said,
"We don't want people coming in from the Middle East through our border using children to get through the lines. We don't want that."
Welcome to Judge of Characters, where humanity fights to survive. By now, your feed has been flooded with disturbing imagery of immigrant children being separated from their parents. To have your boy Donnie tell it, this border mess is the Democrats' fault.
If the Democrats would sit down instead of obstructing, we could have something done very quickly.
Fake news! Y'all, this border policy isn't even how Trump says it is. Trump's punk-ass administration were the ones who decided to criminally prosecute all adults who cross the border illegally. Back in April, good old Jeff Sessions announced a zero-tolerance policy on illegal immigration, specifically at the border. Then the following month, old Mexican food-loving and Mexican people-hating Kirstjen Nielsen's Department of Homeland Security made sure to refer all undocumented immigrants who cross the U.S. border to the Justice Department to face criminal prosecution. And when you're in federal jail awaiting trial, your child can't be there with you, which is why this separation happened.
As long as sis enjoys her tacos, though.
Oh, Lord. Here's where it gets even more f***ed up and sprinkled with extra Trump on top. Orangina may no longer be separating families at the border, but he's still detaining them, including the children.
So baby prisons?
If these separations feel triggering to you, there's a good reason why. America has always lacked humanity in its treatment of non-white people. Throughout slavery, children were ripped from their parents' arms to be sold to other slave masters, constantly and simultaneously breaking up the black family structure and spirit. In the 1890s, authorities made Native American families send their children to Indian boarding schools, where they were forced to shed their own culture and assimilate. And now here America is again indulging in its own racist habits, ripping children of undocumented immigrants from their parents' arms. Just look at these cages, also being called enclosures, that they're keeping these kids waiting in at a central processing center in McAllen, Texas. No comment necessary. Let's look at the tweets. The most insidious part of this all, by ripping these children away from parents, Trump is setting them up to fall through the cracks, possibly sex trafficking, abuse, long-term medical issues, lasting trauma and mental issues, early death. Make no mistake, it is by design. How do you reunite an infant who cannot communicate who their parent is with a parent who is not allowed to access them because they have been sent to separate states or the parent has been deported? This is a recipe for permanent separation. First thought this morning, it takes a really shitty person to see these children in cages or baby prisons and just say, the law is the law. Let's not forget how many laws we've had in history that were not only unjust, but racist and sexist. These people are more upset seeing black athletes kneeling than they are hearing 4-year-olds screaming in terror. Just think about that. To date, there are over 2,300 kids who were separated from their parents at the border since this new zero-tolerance policy began, and over 11,000 minors that have been placed in the unaccompanied children's program. For all you All Lives Matter champions out there, do these children and their parents' lives count? Or do you just mean all who are white? If these were actual animals in cages, you'd be outraged.
That's it. Let's put the kids in kitten costumes.
White people love cats. Let's judge these characters. Last time I checked, seeking asylum is not a crime, and crossing the border illegally is a misdemeanor. You know what else is a misdemeanor? Making false reports. White people who call 911 on black people living their lives. Susan, listen. These people are trying to live safely and have a chance at a better life for their families. They're not here to endure the torture of detention centers or what they should be called child prisons. Donald Trump is guilty of making America hate again, or maybe he's just perpetuating the hate that this country was built upon. And I sentence all of racist America to being detained in cages, separated from your families, and treated like you're less than a human being. And I decree that this is the law, and the law is the law.
What's up? I'm PJ with The Root. We want to bring you more series and videos like this, and we need your help. Let us know what you thought below and subscribe to our channel on YouTube.